to have GitHub notify webhooks whenever there was any new activity in the GitHub repository. All right, so the same thing. I'm just basically going through the same thing, that of creating a new access token. So it's just capture here text. But in this case, instead of creating a normal pipeline, we create what is called a multi-branch pipeline. A multi-branch pipeline, right? And then telling the multi-branch pipeline which branch do we want to take a look at, right? Whether it's a master branch or any other branch in there. And here we can either again use the same type of credential from the access tokens, or use the username. I'm sorry, no. It is you're going to say the username using the credential, username, and password, but the username here is going to be the GitHub username. Careful, this is not the Jenkins username, right? This is going to be the GitHub username, and as a password, it won't be the GitHub password. It will be the access token you copied, right? Instead of using the GitHub password, it will be the access token that you will use as a password, right? You paste that in there. And then you can have GitHub notify Jenkins. Folders. The TAs are going to create folders for you. This is a mechanism by which we can divvy up the work amongst multiple teams, and so they don't have to trample on each other's. After several months or years of working in a particular organization, you're going to end up with hundreds of these pipelines, right? And so we want to be able to manage the chaos, right? And breaking them up into folders so that folks can work together. I believe you're going to be able to create folders under your folder, right? If you want to break it up, maybe by team, right? Although I wouldn't see that. If you had it that perhaps one team was focusing on the front end and another team was focusing on the back end, right? Then you can break it up that way and have team A, the front end team, having the responsibility of managing all the pipelines, right, that are specific to the front end, right, that deal with all the React and Angular and all the testing of the front end, and then you might have other pipelines that are for the back end, right, that do the deployment for the Java and the testing for the Java middle tier, all the integration testing. Right? And then maybe some other team that deals with the database that does the deployment of all the DBA stuff, having those pipelines, right? But typically, you'll probably as an organization, you'll probably only have two pipelines, right? One for the front end and one pipeline for the Java middle tier, right? And that's it. Right? But in larger organizations, usually you might have hundreds, or at least dozens. This just goes into some security. For instance, we have disabled your capability of allowing other folks to join or giving credentials to other folks, and anyone being able to access your particular folders, or you being able to navigate to somebody else's folder. And this is more access. Monitoring build state. Let's talk about that.